guys, I'm Leila. Today we're playing some Raid Shadow Legends, and we have a showcase for Legate Teox, the brand new legendary lizard that's part of the Warlord group, right? Basically like the Unity faction leaders. And so he happens to be the one for the lizards. Now, this is going to be a showcase courtesy of Siegfried. So Siegfried, thank you very, very much for this. I currently do not have Legate Teox, but Siegfried got lucky and was able to pull him. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be running him in Hydra. The Hydra run takes about an hour. So what I am going to do is I'm going to show you guys the screenshot right here. Siegfried already ran it a bunch of times and ended up getting 305 million damage. And you're going to see, look at Legate Teox there with 124 mil on his own. The rest of the team, we have Necmo, we have Pythia, Grazor, Michi, and then Lazarius. But yeah, look at Legate Teox with 124 million damage. Now, again, part of that is because him being the Unity faction warlord, champ for the lizard men, is you get an added bonus when there's other lizards here, right? So you are going to see it's Teox. We also have Necmo, we also have Pythion, and then we also have Lazarius. So if you're not familiar with his skills, let me show you. His A1 is Guerrilla Tactics, hits twice. The ally with the highest crit damage teams up and joins the attack with Legate Teox. The damage dealt and the ally joining will be increased by 10% for each debuff on the target. It stacks up to 100%. Which is really nice against Hydra, right? A2 is called Draconic Retribution, which hits 3 times. Each hit ignores 10% of the target's defense, stacks up to 50%, and also increases the champ's attack by 10%, stacking up to 50%. It gets an extra turn if the attack kills an enemy. That's not going to happen in Hydra, however, this part's pretty good. A3 is Wrath of the Legion. It's an AoE, so attacks all enemies. Before attack, he does increase attack, increase crit damage, and also gets an extra on enemies under any debuffs. And his passives, this is where kind of like comes in as far as being like the Warlord faction Unity leader here, right? Fills his champ's turn meter by 5% whenever an enemy or ally receives a debuff. So you know there's going to be a lot of that going on in Hydra. Now, we have 3 faction allies, which means all allies are going to be immune to sheep debuffs. So here we have, if there's 1, has a 25% chance to counterattack. For 2, decrease the damage the champ receives from enemies under debuffs by 50%, and damage received overall by 20%, right? And then, yeah, so we have allies who are immune to sheep, which doesn't necessarily help in the Hydra, but still pretty great. We have all these other ones too. So his aura is increases ally attack in all battles by 30%. And increase ally attack in all battles by 40%, applying to lizard men only. So again, good for like faction wars. And you are also going to notice that Siegfried has a 2-star blessing on Teox. So what he went with was cruelty. Whenever this champ hits an enemy, decreases their defense at the end of the round, occurs once per hit. And so we have his decreased target defense by 1%, up to 10% for champions, and ends up being 5% for bosses. An additional HP and additional attack as well too for having a 2-star blessing. And then let's check out his masteries. I'm going to show you guys his gear in a moment as well too. So for masteries, you're going to see that we have offense and we have defense. And what you do not see behind me is that we have methodical with the T6 being War Master. Yeah, this is a pretty cool champ for sure. I don't have him. So very fortunate that Siegfried had him that we could try out and show you guys. Okay, so now let's check out his gear. You are going to see that we have a 2-piece kill stroke, which crit damage and speed. So we have an additional crit damage by 20%, and then we have additional speed by 5%. We have a single protection piece, and then we have 3 merciless pieces, okay? We also have merciless accessories. So technically we have 1, 2, 3. We actually have 6 pieces here for merciless. And then let's check out his stats. So let me see. So Hydra, there we go. Hydra, we do have additional bonuses for. So we're going to see for his health, we have 54,000 HP, 4,700 attack, we have 2,700 defense, 215 speed. He's crit capped with 280% crit damage, 251 resistance, 282 accuracy. And then we have the ignore defense by 20%. All right, so what we're going to do is you guys saw the team. We are going to go hop into Hydra Brutal. What I'm going to do is we're going to run a little bit, but I'm not actually going to run the full thing because you guys see it takes an hour. But that's why I also showed you guys the screenshot too. So let's hop on in. All right, guys, here we are. We're in Hydra Brutal, and you're going to see here's our team. We have Lazarius in lead for allies being all battles by 25%. Michi, Pythia, Grazor, Necmo, and then here is Teox. So let's check out the preset before we get in. So Lazarius, we actually have his Super Saiyan form shut off. We do not want him metamorphing. We want him staying as is. Michi, we're going to leave him alone. Grazor, we leave alone. Pythia, we don't touch him either. Necmo, we're going to do his planar chains, which is going to be AoE, decreased speed, and a leech. And then Teox, we're going to leave him alone as well, too. So not a whole lot of presets going on, and let's go. Okay. Look at we got all the lizards. There's 4 lizards in this, right? Yeah, pretty good. 4 lizards. And you guys saw the full run took about an hour, and Teox did 124 mil damage by himself. He did almost half of all that damage there. So Siegfried is also saying that he barely did anything in the run. Like, he barely even targeted as well. I mean, I pay attention, so I will target. But he said he actually didn't even really have to. So this pretty much ran itself. Yeah, we have Legate Teox plus 3 lizards, so that's a big 4 lizards total. Wow, look at that. 2 heads popped right off. All right, so let's go target 1. I'd love to know, guys. Drop me a comment down below. Any other of you lucky enough to get Teox? Look at them go. All right, so about a minute and a half, we're already at 10 mil damage. We're about to have another Hydra head drop as well, too. There it is. Only 1 head left standing. Look at that. We're doing a really good job here. Just, I don't know if we're going to get that 4th one down, like, all at the same time with these guys, but doing a great job. All right, that one's back up. That one's back up. That's fine. We're still targeting at least that 1 head that's down. And it's back up. Now, I usually know, like, when I do these showcases for Hydra, I usually at least get 1 comment from somebody who asks why we're targeting. So for those of you that don't know, this is okay if you don't, is when you decapitate the Hydra, you actually do additional damage to that Hydra head when it's decapitated. So that's why a lot of times you can target it too. There are some instances where you may not want to, like if you have Geomancer on your team, for example. But for the most part, when you decapitate the Hydra head, you can target it and then do additional damage because it's going to do extra damage considering it's decapitated. So right now we're at 3 minutes and 26 mil. Siegfried's commenting about how his Hydra showcases used to be like a 10 mil normal and we could run a whole thing in a video. It's actually true. Now these runs take like an hour, so we end up not showing the whole thing. Just because it's such a long a run. Now overall, is Hydra something you guys still try to do pretty regularly? I know now, especially with the addition of sieges, there's so much stuff in the game that usually the feedback I get is it feels like there's like too much stuff going on in the game, where it's getting easy to forget things. All right, let's go target. I think Grazor got taken. Okay. So I know for myself, like I try to at least remember to do clan boss, right? I do clan boss. I still run the Iron Twins for blessings. I try to remember to do the Hydra at least like once a week. I try to remember. There we go. Got Grazor back. Next one to get snacked looks like Teox. You try to do at least 1 Hydra key. Yeah, I'd love to know how you guys are doing with that too. Nice team though. They definitely all synergize together really well. I'd love to know if anybody else here has Teox. Oh, There we go. There's that Hydra head down. I at least wanted to get them all down. So with that, we're actually going to do a free regroup here. So we're actually going to stop this now because, like I said, it's going to take about an hour. And then we're going to go run Teox in a brutal campaign because Twitch chat loves it. And look at that. Here we are. We're in brutal campaign. And see, people know me well enough that Siegfried already had him in here ready to go. Let's go. Oh, look at that. One swipe. Get him. 9 seconds? Look at him go. There it is. 15 seconds. So again, might not be the fastest champ that you have, but hey, look at him go. I love it. Guys, drop me a comment down below. Do you have Teox? Where are you using him? You know, were you fortunate enough to get him? I was not, but Siegfried, thank you very, very much for getting Teox and allowing us to showcase him a bit. I appreciate it. And guys, thanks for watching.